cover the most important exercise that you need to know. And it's with me, Bobby, again. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So in this presentation, we're going to talk about all growth and change happens inside you. And this is key to lasting longer. So all growth and change happens inside you. And then that's also the key to lasting longer. So when I talk about that, it's more about you're going to learn things on the inside that will come out of you and make your outside even better as well. So we're not really focusing on the techniques and stuff on your penis. Like a lot of those techniques that target that are actually not going to cure your problem, and they're actually only going to create resistance to other problems that you have. So what we're going to do is focus on the true root of the problems that you have, which will get you endless. But it might not make sense because a lot of people start out with the other stuff. But this is more important because like techniques and stuff, anybody can teach you techniques. But if you don't know the core inside stuff and know how to apply this to you, then the rest of the stuff won't work as well as it should, or it won't even work. It's like I'm using dating as an example. So a lot of dating people teach you these techniques and pickup lines that, yeah, work once in a while, but the majority of the time it doesn't work, and it actually hurts people because they think that, okay, this doesn't work and this will never work. But I'll be super honest with you, after going through dating stuff and sex stuff, when I started to change my internal beliefs and other things, I could start getting away with a lot of things. So now I can call girls fatty and I'm not telling you to go call girls fatty, no. You have to have a good mindset, and women have to know who you are in this mindset of who you are, and they're in your reality. Then you can go ahead and do these things. And I actually taught my friend as well that you can spank women in public and as they're moving, and they won't protest. They might like protest in the beginning, but over time they'll really like it. And even the protest usually means they really like it. And I'm not saying that when women say no, you should do it. No, that's not what it is. Once you get to that level of understanding of your insides, where you're not going to let people throw you off your path, then the outside will get even better. And this has to deal with the Endless Man formula as well. When you get your inside handled, then a lot of the stuff that comes out of you is going to be amazing, and you can make many things work that didn't work before. So a lot of the techniques you've learned from other people in other programs and books actually do work. But the thing is, you need the internal stuff to be in alignment before you can really use that stuff to its full effectiveness or even get it to work. We're also going to talk about the flaw of averages. Now, I'm just being a clever word dude and saying the flaw of averages, not the law of averages. So it's called the law of averages for a reason, but there's actually a big flaw of it, and this is important for you as you go through and want to be lasting longer in bed. If you understand the flaw of averages, you don't want to be average. And this whole formula is not average. It's not something that is going to give you average results if you follow through with everything that I align for you. The flaw of averages will cover that. It's pretty cool. You'll like it. And also, we're going to talk about the most important exercise for longevity. It's not really an exercise. It's more of a habitual thing that you're going to need to create to become endless in bed. And when we get to it, you're going to be like, that's so simple. Funny thing is, the most simple things in life are usually the most effective. If you focus on the simple things in life, your life will get better. So when we make things complicated, that's when things stop working as well, because for one, when you learn this exercise, it's so easy to do that you'll be able to do it daily, and once you make it a habit, then you'll be able to apply this to all of your life, not just sex. If you apply this simple exercise into your whole life will get better, your health will get better, and so many other things. So it's an important but simple exercise, and you might have learned it before, but I'm going to drill it into your head and give you my specific techniques that you can use during sex and masturbation that will help you last longer with this technique. Cool? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So the flaw of averages. Let's talk about Bill Gates. Let's say he walks into a room of 55 people. What happens? Bill Gates walks into a room of 55 people. What happens? Think about the flaw of averages. What happens averagely to the whole room? Well, pretty simple. Everyone's average net worth goes to $1 billion. Okay, think about that. There's so many quotes about averages in colleges and TV and books and all these other places, But the thing is, averages are easily influenced in a bad way. Like if you go to a college and they say the average earning of a student who graduates from here is $50,000, that's including people who graduate and already have like many expensive jobs lined up for them. So let's say they graduated and they have $500,000 job that they're going to get with their parents. And they still count that in the average to raise the average. So that's actually not a good indication, because of students who go leave college and make no money and go work at McDonald's and other places that will hire them averages. They're not very useful. So if you're looking to do average techniques and average results, well, this program's not for you. But the thing about that is, when you put average effort and average results, so if we use average effort, we'll get average results. What I want you to do is dedicate yourself for the next 90 days, which is not average. The average person is going to dedicate themselves for the next 2 weeks and then complain to me that, oh, I'm not getting results, because your teachings are not good. The thing is, results are not instant. We're actually raised to believe results are instant and that you can get them. They're not. Everything takes work. There's no such thing as an overnight success. You can look at any successful person in the world. Any. Give me an example. Any example. They've spent many years doing other things to get themselves there. I know people who have been working in 20 years to be successful. And once they hit that 20-year mark, I'm not saying that it's going to take you 20 years, but this person took 20 years because they didn't have guides and they went around the hard way. They became successful. And they made multi-million-dollar businesses, and they became successful women and other things. So it's not about being an overnight success. But the thing is, if you learn from a master, that will help you even faster than working by yourself. So that's why we have mentors, coaches, and other things, because mentors, coaches, and other people help their mentee or coachee jump from one result to the next result as fast as possible, because they know what hangs you up. So in this program, it's separated out by week on purpose, because I'm going to teach you some really valuable habits that you're going to need for the techniques I teach you later in the course. So the first 4 weeks are focused on habits and other things that will help you overall in your life, but also help you in the bedroom as well. And it may not make sense, but once you hit a certain point, it'll just be like a click in your head. So what I ask you to do is have faith in me and make a commitment for the next 90 days and not be average, because averages are easily skewed, and also average is not a fun place to be. You want to be above average and way above average. You want to be the outlier. Now, we talk about inner game a lot in this program. Inner game just means your internalness. And the thing when we talk about inner game is that symptoms are often signals of something else. So on your inside, when you have a symptom on your outside, usually it's something on your inside that you have a problem with. But we go out and try to fix the problem. So maybe your problem is premature ejaculation. Well, if you go try to fix that problem with pills and condoms and other things, it's actually going to make your problem even worse. And you're actually not even finding the root problem of premature ejaculation. A lot of premature ejaculation actually comes from anxiety. And where do you get anxiety? Well, anxiety is worrying about the future or the past, or what could happen, what has been. Anxiety is a core problem of inner game, and to get rid of anxiety will take courage, which we'll get more in that in later videos, but I just wanted to give you a quick overview of anxiety. Remember, take courage to get rid of anxiety. So it's even to an even bigger problem, which the bigger problem I was talking about was anxiety. So what are you struggling with? Whether it's premature ejaculation, or it's erectile dysfunction, or it's that you want to last longer than you do now, or you want to have multiple orgasms, what are you struggling with? Think about what you're struggling with, and then think about what your goals are. So what are your frustrations at mainly? What are you frustrated at? Do you get frustrated when your woman gets frustrated at you for not lasting as long as she wants you to, or you want to? What frustrates you? And that is more about what's your inner game. And this is about your inner game, not your external game. This is about inside you. These are things you can control. And when you control these things, they will go outside of you and start changing your life as well. So where do you live mainly? And when I'm talking about where do you live mainly, this is a really big concept that almost every movie I've seen focused on in one way or another. Where do you live? Do you live in the past, in the present, or in the future? Where do you live? And what I mean by where do you live, where are you at when you're at work? Where are you at when you're making love? Are you focusing on that person in front of you? Are you feeling every thrust that you're feeling? Or are you worried about performance? Or are you worried about your previous performance? Where are you at? People can tell when you're present or not, and that's where I really want you to be, is present, in the moment. Where are you at right now listening to my voice? Are you present, or are you thinking about what to do at work tomorrow, or thinking about the exercise that I will show you later? Where are you at? Because if you're thinking about the exercise, we will get there, but I want you to be here right now with me, in the present. Figure out where you're really at. Figure out where you live. What do you worry about? You know, worry causes anxiety, and it creates a loop that gets more and more difficult. So if you let go of the worry and take courage to get rid of that worry, then you won't have that loop. So for example, this is what worry is really. Let's say that you lost your wallet. You lost your wallet, and then you're worrying about, someone taking your money and losing the cars, and then you have to call these companies to report your car stolen and wait for them and get them. And that's the simple thing. You call the company, say, hey, I lost my wallet, I need a new card, and you're done. The cards are on the way. A lot of folks, after they do that, they're still worrying about it. And for every time you worry, it actually goes into a loop where it gets more worried, like you lost 100 wallets. The same thing happens during sex as well. If we're worried about premature ejaculation, we're worrying about premature ejaculation 100 times. I mean, that's intense, and people cannot handle that. And that makes premature ejaculation even worse. So that's where when you're worrying about the future or the past, you're not living in the present. Let me go ahead and give you one of the most valuable quotes from a kid's movie that has come out in the last 5 years. So this comes from Kung Fu Panda #1, not #2, but let's go ahead and go through it. So Po is the panda, and this is what he says. Maybe I should just quit and go back to making noodles. So he's thinking about quitting Kung Fu because it's hard for him. And this is what Oogway, which is the turtle who's old, says to him. Quit, don't quit, noodles, don't noodles. You are too concerned about what was and what will be. There is a saying, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it's called the present. So where are you at right now?